See, I don't understand. You have the volume working now, and now there's no screen. Or is the camera just really, really close to your face right now? What?
Camera problems.
Camera problems. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we have to deal with on Brothers Talk Ball. If it's not the volume, it's the camera. If it's not the camera, it's the guru. And he's back. There's the cowgirl.
I have to do it a couple of times. Okay, you're going to talk to this idiot for a minute. I got to take care of my family.
All right, so bear with me. I got Otis. I got the young guy here. Oh, you want to do a little cameo, my man? Okay. It's the fantasy football show. We're doing wide receivers and tight ends. My boy's got his golf club. Tiger Woods, y'all. Well, you want to just – okay, that's the end of that. Okay, go play. And I think someone just took a steaming – oh, you just pooed, didn't you? That stinks. Smells like the guru in here. Well, we're going to do tight end. You know what? We're going to start with tight ends. I know my partner here has zero to – right? Is zero to contribute when it comes to tight ends. So I'm gonna roll with it. I'm gonna do the whole tight end thing myself. I'm gonna start top down. Who to draft? I know my man here. He thinks that there's only 5 tight ends worth drafting. I'm gonna prove to you today why there's at least 20. I'm not a big believer in going after the top end guys in the first 2 rounds, just because I feel like that's a wasted pick. Oh, he's back. I guess you get that watermelon platter all served up and ready to go.
Really? I actually hear you. I may have to turn my camera on and off over the next little while because I'm having camera issues today.
Why are we starting the show even if you can't get your shit together? I don't understand.
First of all, language police. Second of all,
2022 is going to be the year of Sanchez and Alistair because I'm looking for a new co-host. I think clearly the audience knows.
If that's the case, and your choice is Alistair, yeah.
Alistair's my number one choice. It's called Niners Nation. It's the hottest show going. It's
right.
Super Bowl aspirations. It's history. It's
and by the way, you have no idea how to lead direction. So we're not starting with tight ends. We're going to end with tight ends.
You have nothing to contribute when it comes to tight ends. You think it's all Kelsey, Andrews, and Kittle.
You know what? Fine. We're going to start with tight ends today, and we're going to give it to the idiot. Go, idiot. Here. Number 10. Okay. Go ahead. Shoot.
No, exactly. The fact that you have 10 tight ends only. Why? There's 20.
There's not 20 tight ends in the league. There's no 20 tight ends that are worth mentioning for fantasy football. Stop your lies. By the way,
the whole point of doing these shows is to help people out for their draft. Anyone can rattle off the top few tight ends. We got a deep dive. We got help. And this is why I'll take you know what? It's fine. I'll do it. Daddy's here. I'll take over.
Do not refer yourself as that.
I'll run with it.
By the way, let me just do this. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, it is me, your board-certified fantasy football and all sports guru, right alongside the tight end, I guess, savant of football, D. Sanchez. This is Brothers Talk Ball. Everybody out there, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, share this with everybody. We're back doing our top 20 tight ends and his top 10 our top 20 receivers and his top 10 tight ends for this NFL season. Now, we are experiencing some technical difficulties.
As usual.
If the camera goes off on me, I will come back and turn it on, and we'll just do this. It's just one of those. It's one of those days. I have the family, by the way. The family in the other room.
Behind on the Bills again?
In the other room.
We didn't.
We had dinner, and it was a beautiful night. My first Saturday off. My first Saturday off in about 18 months.
Things don't get shut off when you pay your bills. Ryan Weeks told me about this. Ryan Weeks told me that By the way, before we even get into this,
yes.
You were really concerned last night, like almost bordering on, like I think you were just terrified of the Minnesota Vikings and Ryan Weeks.
Look, I
know. Hilarious. Why?
I think Jalen Reagor is a very good pickup for that team. I don't know why you don't think it is. I think he's somebody that has a lot to contribute. Wait a minute. I'd like to say hi to my cousin in Philly, actually Jerome's sister.
Oh, Jerome. Are we ready to switch teams yet? Are we ready to join?
latest here, and the very beautiful and lovely in your neck of the woods, Tracy Beckler. I love you, boo. I will talk to you tonight. I have the night off. I will call you after the show. So that's how that works.
Let's just talk about last night, because the conversation that we had, I mean, I don't like it when my friends are afraid and scared. I was concerned.
And Kenny McGrath, the Steelers back. Ugh.
And I don't know what it is. I mean, Ryan Weeks, obviously, he's got your number. He's, living rent-free in your head. But what you were saying yesterday, it's like you really have a concern about those Minnesota Vikings. So I'd give you the floor.
Wait,
explain to the people why Ryan Weeks is your daddy.
Okay.
Oh.
So here's the thing. Nobody's daddy anywhere. I just think Jalen Reagor is a very good pickup for that football team that already has a dynamic receiving core. And I think coming into this year, he gives them an element of getting the ball down the field, which means Thielen and Jefferson are gonna they're gonna benefit from this. And I think it's a very good pickup for that team. I think this guy's been very underrated since he's got out of college. Yeah, there's been growing pains, but let's look at his quarterbacks. He's had Carson Wentz and he's had Jalen Hurts. So now he has a real quarterback throwing him the ball. I think he's going to make a very big difference on that team. And I'm making the call right now. Having said that, he's not in my top 20.
He's not in my top 75. He's nothing, because he's not even the third best receiver on that team. KJ Osborne is going to leapfrog Adam Thielen this year, and he's going to be the number 2 option.
You think so?
I know so. And Ryan Weeks will tell you too, because he's in the know. That's his team. He understands.
He's an idiot.
And by the way, don't sleep on Irv Smith. Irv Smith Jr.
Not bad. But don't sleep on Reagor. Rager's a very good football player. He's not. The kid's had bad breaks since he's got in the league. I'm just saying.
Single tier.
Let's move on. Are we starting our list, sir?
I got my list right here. But again, I just feel like you don't give tight ends the respect that they're due. And you know what? You're going to pay for it tomorrow when we have our draft. When Ramon Sanchez starts off at 5:00 Pacific Standard Time.
By the way, I'm doing my rain dance because I got scheduled to work on Sunday, but I did tell my boss that I'm taking part in the draft. He gave me an hour to sit in the office and do
the draft. Already got excuses. The guy's known about the draft for months. He's got excuse. It's like, I got to sit in the office for an hour while I'm at work. But no,
excuse me. There's somebody here that may be more important than you think. I call them the kids, and the kids need me. Okay? So I got to be there for the kids. The kids.
Wait,
they need their vodka.
You got that part-time job at Chuck E. Cheese?
And it's a boozy Sunday, something you would never know about in your fair city. But it's one of the biggest days of the week here where everybody gets.
Well, anyways, the fact that you're making excuses, ladies and gentlemen, we should just set it up now. It sounds like this is going to be our last place contestant in Ramon Sanchez's glory hole. And what's the punishment, Guru?
I will double the price of admission.
So here's the thing: if you lose and you have to busk for an hour, are you going to do it in Montreal? Or are you going to do it
I'll let you make the call. I've been known to take my song and dance show on the road, so I'm not afraid to take it on the road. And here's the thing: I'm definitely not afraid of Vancouver, because what's the worst that's going to happen to me in Vancouver? But it'll never happen, so I'm not worried about it.
Well, the fact that you're already making excuses, you're clearly scared, you don't understand tight ends, backs up against the wall, man.
Speaking of tight ends, let's go with your number 10 tight end, sir.
No, I'm going top to bottom. You don't even have to touch the tight ends. You don't have to touch them.
So go ahead. Do you?
I'm going top to bottom. Number 1 this year.
I will tell you whether I agree or disagree. Go ahead.
Number 1 this year is Travis Kelce.
Without question.
Yeah. I think that's a pretty safe. No, again, I was on the fence just because, Tyreek Hill being. Yeah, I know Tyreek Hill left, and we're not quite sure what. What's up, my Negro? How that's going to affect Kelce's production. A lot of people in the know seem to think that because Tyreek can't stretch the field, then Kelce's going to be, the focal point of that offense. He's going to get locked down. But I just feel like the chemistry that him and Mahomes have. It's undeniable. So he's going to be, barring injury, the number 1 tight end. And you're in agreement with me on that one?
I 100% agree, sir.
Okay, now, the close second, and I almost wanted to put him first, was Mark Andrews in Baltimore.
Yes.
Lamar loves him, right? Yeah, I know. Daryl's he doesn't know what he's doing.
Well, I'll tell you why I like Andrews. I like Andrews, and I like Andrews every year because of the lack of receiving core that they have in Baltimore. Plus, he already has chemistry with your boy, and of course, here's Mr. Green.
Oh, the big fella.
Sanchez
soon to be co-host.
So we're starting
to get rid of this C Nation riffraff. How you doing, my man? I know he's excited. Okay, off you go.
Father of the year, kids. Father of the year.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously, him and Lamar have chemistry over there. I like it for that. I like the fact that there's not a lot of receivers to give the ball to over there. So I think he's going to have a big year. I can see why you're sitting on the fence because it's almost hard to not pick him at number one because of what they have.
I wanted to. I mean, like, he's on the top of a few different lists, but again, the lack of a true number one receiver. Now, that's kind of disrespectful to the guys that are there. I mean, Rashad Bateman was their number one pick last year, was hurt. He's healthy now. I'm curious to see what he's going to do. But again, he's essentially a rookie. He hasn't gone up against it in the NFL. There could be some growing pains there. But they're going to be that run first team the way they always are. And, Andrews is the main guy. So,
but let's tell the truth about Andrews as well. He is a good receiver. And he's
he's a stud. 100%. Number 3 for me, I'm going Kyle Pitts in Atlanta.
We're at 1,000 so far. I don't see how you can go against Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts, I think, they were jumping the gun a bit last year, thinking he was going to revolutionize the position and be the second coming. But, on the team
that time for tight ends. Tight end comes out for their first season and he's still balled out. You know what I mean? Like,
that's what I'm saying, right? So he's a player that
he went for 1,000 yards anyway. So I think this time next year, Kyle Pitts might be the number one tight end. Like, we do our list next year.
I was going to say, you might look at a point at the end of the season where he might be the number one. So you get no argument with me from that, my friend. Kyle Pitts is a baller in every sense of the word.
Yeah. So we're batting 1,000, 3 for 3. This is where I think there's the fork in the road. I'm going with my boy Kittle. I think Kittle, he's going to be healthy this year.
We're on point. Wow. I think you just said the key right there. He's going to stay healthy. That's the only blemish on his record is he going to stay healthy or not? Because as we know, he's white and fragile. What did I say? Because he's fragile and hasn't stayed on the field in the last 2 years, he might be one of those players that's in decline right now. So you got to take a look at him and see.
And so again, from a fantasy perspective, he is a risky pick if you're going to go early. He burned me last year. I took in one of my leagues. I took him, I think, in the 3rd round, and that. How
if we're going the same way we're going right now, I think your next pick I'd have picked before him, but at the same time too, because of the past and because of the potential and because of the player, I don't have a problem with where he's at right now. I don't have a problem with him at 4.
Okay, so number 5. So this is 5 and 5A. I was really flip-flopping here. Darren Waller, Dalton Schultz.
There you go.
Waller and Schultz.
And he's black.
And he's black.
He's black.
And he has an addiction problem. So there's he's probably fine. It's probably fine.
Put a brother's
support system, goes to meetings, 12 steps. But
wow. He is a baller. And I mean, he balls out. And let's be real right now. The addition of Devontae Adams might propel him further up because now you've got a wide receiver that you have to watch that's going to command a double team, that's going to open him up.
And don't sleep on Hunter Renfrow. The fact that they got him there underneath.
Absolutely.
It's just like Carr's going to have somebody open on every play as long as those 3 are on the field.
100%.
You can't double anyone. And I don't know. That Vegas offense is going to be fun to watch.
They really are.
The only problem with Vegas' offense is they're in the AFC West. And they got to deal with the Chargers defense.
Gun fed it to OK Corral there, my friend.
So, yeah. But yeah, that's to me 5, 6, Schultz and Waller. I like both of them. I think Schultz is going to have a big year. Especially because, I mean, again, don't take offense, but you talk about Baltimore having a depleted wide receiver core, so that's why Andrews is going to get looks. I just don't see who you're going to throw the ball to in Dallas. I just think it's CFL Texas. You got fucking Lamb Vindaloo, but that dish gets old real quick. And
for all of you that don't know the Vindaloo reference, that's in reference to a food that he has predominantly in his city, since nobody else.
Hey, racist.
Excuse me?
And Vindaloo is known across the Asian continent.
It is, but nobody in Montreal says let's go for Vindaloo. So
okay, no one cares about Montreal because this is an international show. We're talking
about cares about Montreal?
What? Just go eat some poutine. Just eat your poutine.
Talk to me nice.
Just eat your poutine. Fucking have your Molson Canadian.
Not a problem.
Wash it down with the grasshopper. Be home for fucking whatever. Just.
Oh my gosh.
Daryl makes a great grasshopper, though. I'll give him that.
I make everything great behind the bar, and I make behind the bar great, and I'm cute, and I'm fun, and let's make it happen tomorrow night. Tegas Mosakur. It's the last Sunday of the year. It's Boozy Sunday. You're gonna get me behind the bar. I'm gonna be doing my thing.
Hey,
it's insane.
Can you have
a good time?
This guy's shamelessly plugging his he works at Apple.
Wow, I think he just left.
I'm not going nowhere. See, this is the technical difficulties that we talked about. Ricky, I hope you're watching this. You see what I got to deal with, right? No. You want to come watch again? Okay. You got your car.
I'm gonna give you your number 6. Is your number 6 gonna be Dallas Goedert?
No. I told you 5 and 6 Waller Schultz. So now I'm on 7. Who's your 6? Is that Goedert?
I would go Dallas. I would go Dallas at my 6. I think, listen, he's a formidable tight end. He gets a lot of looks over there.
So Schultz isn't even in your top 6. Wow.
No, we're in agreement. We're in agreement so far.
No, we're not, because I said 5 and 6 is Waller and Schultz.
And I'm agreeing with you.
Okay, so we're on 7.
Exactly.
Okay, and you're going Goddard?
I'm going Goddard.
I have him at 8. I got Hawkinson at 7. So.
But Hawkinson isn't proven yet. I mean, Hawkinson is one of those players that's
why? Because he's white? Idiot.
Partly. But he's also one of those players that's a ball of potential that hasn't proven himself yet. So I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure if I can back him up yet. He has to have that one breakthrough season where he's dominating at the position for me to say that I can look at him. But up until this point, he hasn't done it.
I do think this year is going to be like, I'm not saying he's going to be that explosive top 5 guy, but I think he warrants top 10 attention just because I think with Amon-Ra St. Brown, he added Chark.
Shut up, Blake.
With Jared Goff. Jared Goff can still chuck the ball. DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams is a kind of an underrated 1-2 punch.
I agree.
So, I mean, I think Detroit's going to be – I think they're kind of a sleeper pick for me this year. I think they're going to surprise some people. No? You don't think so?
I know. Otis, I hate his voice too. Oh, can
you say goodbye? Can you say goodbye? Goodbye. Here.
Bye.
Exactly. Okay, go play with your toys.
Okay, so finish out your 9 and 8 because 9 and 8, honestly.
Number 9, I got Dawson Knox, and I think this
very underrated tight end, and might be further up on the list, to be honest with you.
He very well could be by the end of the year. I think that he's shown, I mean, he's a huge red zone target. He proved that last year with how many touchdowns he scored. It's a matter of volume. Now, I think you get rid of Emmanuel Sanders. Cole Beasley's gone. I mean, Gabriel Davis is going to have a bit of a jump, and Diggs is always going to be the number 1. But I think Allen and Knox have a thing.
They do, and it's been working.
Quarterback, white tight end. Just fucking feels right, you know.
You're number 10, sir.
I'm going with Zach Ertz, old school.
But you know what? Another underrated guy, right? I mean, he went to a new offense last year in the middle of the year. Obviously, chemistry is a big part of if they work together in the offseason or not. But we don't know if what's his name was crying all offseason, so we don't know what's going to happen there. But all the potential in the world, right? The potential of being a top 5 tight end. But we'll see how that maturation comes this year with Kyler Murray and if they're going to get on the same page.
Yeah, I mean, they drafted like what they're hoping to be the future, Trey McBride. But again, like we talked about before, tight ends take time. And it's not so much the pass catching and the exotic fancy touchdowns. It's the blocking. Tight ends, typically, a lot of these guys in college, they make their chops just scoring points and getting yards, but they don't know how to block. Plus, defensive ends at college level are not the same as going up against the Bosas and the fucking DeMarcus Lawrences, like fucking Robert Quinn, like these top end guys. So McBride will take some time, but I think Ertz is going to, at least for this year, next year, Ertz is still going to be a viable tight end one. So he's my number 10.
And I'm telling you right now, for your fantasy football needs, you can't go wrong with picking anyone that we picked in the top 10 as your tight end. You're going to get production at everybody we just mentioned. You know, I didn't want to do 20 for a reason. I think it tails off.
You can just slip it in neutral. You can go sip on your chamomile. I can give some names because this is where if you focus on running backs and you focus on wide receivers and you don't want to take one of these top 10 tight ends, you still need to have someone that can get you, 10 points a week just to give you the chance to win. So I know Daryl thinks that these names don't matter, but Cole Kmet, this kid could be inside the top 10, no problem, especially with Justin Fields. Pat Freiermuth in Pittsburgh, another guy who played really, really well last year. Not sure what the situation in Pittsburgh is going to be like with the quarterback. I'm not a Trubisky fan. I think Pickett's going to take a year, so we'll see how that goes. Hunter Henry, New England Patriots. Mac Jones has already proven that there's a little bit of chemistry there. And again, just like Buffalo, white quarterback, white tight end, safe.
Is he still talking?
Wait, you still there? What? I thought you were putting.
Sorry.
You're still there? You're still there?
See,
David Njoku. Again, not sure where the value is going to be exactly with Watson being on the shelf for 11 games, but they gave him the extension. He's the clear-cut number one in Cleveland. Athleticism, got the fast twitch, right, Daryl? So you got to respect that. Noah Fant. That's an interesting one just because I'm not a big fan of Seattle and the quarterback situation. But Fant, I've always been a big fan of his. I thought that he was going to be big in Denver. So now that he's in Seattle, I think he's worth a look. See, again, these are names that Daryl doesn't understand. He's looking up his Montreal Alouettes roster right now. Robert Tonyan, he's healthy, coming off the ACL. Aaron Rodgers loves him. He is in the tight end one conversation. If you can pick him up late, he could give you really, really good production. Again, no Devontae Adams. There's going to be targets up for grabs. Tonyan is a good candidate for that. Talked about Denver. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the name. Okwuegbunam.
Please don't do that.
Okwuegbunam.
Can I go back to my phone, or are you done? Are you done?
No, we're not done. Because the people need to know. This is above your pay grade. I get that. You don't understand tight ends. That's fine. But the kid in Denver, he could be like Russell Wilson and him have already been talking some shit. I mentioned Irv Smith, Minnesota Vikings. Just shout out to Ryan Weeks. Who knows? And there's two more that you should not be taking. These are names that are going to be available depending on if they're on Yahoo or ESPN. They'll be on that, the top name on the board. Gesicki on Miami. Do not take this guy in your draft. Let someone else step in it. They were trying to trade him. I'm not sure what the disconnect in my – the kid's super athletic. He showed out last year that he could be a legit – exactly. Daryl's trying to get the volume knob fixed. Don't take Gesicki. I'm telling you right now, save yourself the headache. Evan Ingram's another one. He got shipped out of New York. He's in Jacksonville now. I just feel like the guy, if he was going to do it, if he would have done anything in the NFL, he would have done it by now. He's a name that gets thrown around. People think that, this is going to be the year. Speaking, what is that? What is that hat? And Daryl's got the costumes out now. So this is all proof that there are 20 tight ends, viable ones. Daryl, thank you for giving me the floor. I know that this was
shut the fuck up. After 10, it doesn't matter.
No, it does matter.
You know what you did for the last 4 minutes? All right? You made people go.
And, sleeper pick. Hayden Hurst, Cincinnati Bengals. This kid, I'm telling you right now, is going to be the guy that wins a lot of people their leagues. Right, Otis?
Hey, guys, we're back. So we're here to discuss our top 20 receivers in the NFL for your fantasy league and for your viewing pleasure. I'm sorry about the last 4 minutes. You had to
sleeper pick number 2, Tyler Higbee, your Super Bowl champion, LA Rams. I know there's still more tight ends. It's crazy.
I'm gonna start at my number 20.
Okay, I'm still got some tight ends. Washington, the Washington Redskins. Sorry, I can't call them the Commanders. Logan Thomas. Logan Thomas is a legitimate tight end too. You got some of that? You want some more? Okay.
Child neglect, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it looks like. Can we start wide receivers? Is that okay, Otis?
Yeah.
Deontay Johnson is my number 20. And you know why he's my number 20?
He's your 20?
I'll tell you why. Because first of all, Pickens on that field right now has got chemistry with Trubisky. And is everybody like, did Claypool just fall off the planet yesterday and nobody likes him now? Like, I have no idea what's going on with him. Why everybody like just walks over him like he's not doing anything. But I think if you're going to have a discernible number 1 in Pittsburgh, that would be your number 1 in Pittsburgh. And I do like him as a player. I like him a lot as a player. So I got him at my 20, sir.
Okay. My number 20. Ooh, you're going to like this one. Deontay Johnson.
And so it begins. The only thing I can say for certain is I can guarantee we don't have the same number 19.
You never know. Okay, well, my number 19 is DK Metcalf, Seattle Seahawks. I put him there out of respect. He's a top 5 talent. He's just on a top 32 team. And sorry, DK. It's going to be a long season.
My number 19 is DK Metcalf.
No way. Are you serious?
And for the exact same reason. Because let's face it, if he's on any other team in the league, he's straight balling out and he's a top 10 receiver, and it's not even debatable. But he's on Seattle, so there's nothing we could do about putting him any higher than that.
Okay. All right, let's see. Did we 3 for 3? 18? Who you got?
18 I got. I crossed it out.
Oh, see, this is where Daryl's list of 20 turns to list of 19 to list of 60. The guy can't put together a list.
I got it. It's Devontae Smith. Now I know you don't like him, or I don't know if you like him or not.
What do you mean? I think Devontae Smith is great. He was on the bubble. I think I had him at 22. Him and Judy and Deontay Johnson were like the guys that I wasn't quite sure to put at 20. So I'm with you. I like Devontae Smith.
And I think this is a breakout season for him.
But you always trash Jalen Hurts, and so now he's going to break out with that same Jalen Hurts.
But I think he's going to break out, but not Jalen Hurts. So that how that goes.
Okay, all right. Well, I didn't have him in my top 20, like I said, but I respect the pick. I do like him. My number 18 is DJ Moore. And it just, again, this is a name pick, kind of like DK, like out of respect. I know what the kid can do. He's such a good receiver, but whether it was Cam Newton or Darnold and now Baker Mayfield, I think he's going to suffer a little bit because of quarterback play. And I wouldn't be surprised because of such quarterback play that he lands outside the top 20. But I like the player, so I had to put him in the top 20. He's my number 18.
What a question. Are we at 17?
17. Who's your 17?
My number 17 is DJ Moore.
Oh, so we're right there.
Yeah, we're right there. Who do you got, sir?
This one you're going to like. My next pick. Okay. All right, you got to walk around. All right, you got to walk around. Future gold jacket.
Here we go.
Brandon Ayuk.
Here we
go.
You
want to talk about breakouts? You want to talk about coming out parties? Brandon Ayuk's going to have
that name. Don't say that name. You're not serious.
Brandon Ayuk.
You don't have Brandon Ayuk as a top 20 receiver. You're lying.
Brandon Ayuk.
Okay, here. Okay, Homer. Here, tell.
That's not Homer.
Go lie to everybody.
I just know what's going on.
Lie to everybody right now.
Okay, hold on. All right, you want to come back up? All right, we're going to explain together why Brandon Ayuk is the real deal. First of all, he's got a future Hall of Famer throwing him the ball. You got Trey Lance in the mix. So with Trey Lance combined with, and again, they've been working all offseason together. The chemistry is there. He's probably on the short list of players who have, from beginning to end, have gone nuts in camp. He's showing what he can do. Hey! It's my time. It's my time. This kid is the real deal. He can catch, he can run up. And the big thing for him is it's the yaks. It's the fact that what he does once he gets the ball in his hand. You give him those little short slant routes. Okay, seriously, dude. You gonna let me do this?
Yeah. I know exactly how he feels. And again,
my man here doesn't believe it. He's been a Brandon Ayuk hater. That's what you've been since he got into the league. But this is the year. Top 20. Soon to be top 10.
All right, moving right along. Are we at 16?
I don't know. Can you count?
A player that you don't like for some reason that I love. I got Michael Thomas in this position because I think everybody is literally sleeping on him. I think he's just had bad luck with injuries over the last couple of years, but I still think he's a top 10 receiver if healthy. And obviously he has to prove it by staying on the field. But I think anybody listening to me right now, if you have him late in your draft, grab him. I think he's going to shock a lot of people this year, and I love him. There you go.
Okay. So that's your 17?
Yes, sir.
All right. My 16 is Jalen Waddle.
We are right there. Yeah.
And again, I'm not sure how. Okay, hold on. You're right. I got to put this kid to bed. He's losing his marbles. Here.
All right, people. Here's the thing. Fatherhood's important, okay? I want you to look at him. Take it as an example of how not to be sometimes, okay?
Some of us stick around. Spend time with your kids. Some of us stick around. It's not easy. We hang out. We try.
Spend time with your kids.
We do what we can. Oh my God, he took a fucking big one too. It smells so bad in here.
Look who his father is.
Smells like C Nation. Full on C Nation right now in my house.
Wow. Really? My brother's a cat and in the living room. I'll bring him in to talk to you.
Jalen Waddle is my 16. The kid was so good last year I don't know. Tua has his moments, but I'm curious to see what him and Tyreek are going to do together. But just based on what he did last year, it's got to be a top 20 pick.
Okay. My next pick is Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah.
I think Jerry Jeudy is poised for another good season because of the quarterback that they have. I think that whole receiving core is due for a good season because of Russell Wilson. Obviously, they think the same way. Elway broke the bag this week and paid that man his money. So obviously, they look at him as a quarterback in the future. Obviously, he has time now, at least 5 years, to gel with these receivers. And I think only big things for Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah, I like him too. He was on my bubble.
And just to follow up, my next one is Waddle. So there you go. We're in the same area.
Okay. So
I'll take your next
my number 15, we're our heads in the same place. I didn't go with Jeudy. I went with Courtland Sutton. And for all the same reasons that you said about Russell Wilson. Sutton's coming off a pretty significant injury, but all reports are that he's at 100% health. And if anyone who's familiar with Courtland Sutton, kid's a beast. Like he's just so I think this is going to be, you're talking about breakout seasons. I think he's going to be big. I think he's going to outpoint Jeudy, maybe not by a significant margin, but I think he's going to be the number one in Denver this season. So that's my 15. So I guess Waddle was your 15?
Yes.
Okay. So 14, Scary Terry McLaurin. Now,
got him a bit higher, yeah.
I know you're not a big Wentz guy, but Carson Wentz is the best quarterback Terry McLaurin's had in his.
I agree 100%. And I agree 100%.
You know what I mean? Like the quarterbacks that he's had throwing him the ball, and yet he's still put out 1,000-yard seasons and he's been in that conversation for being one of the next big up-and-coming receivers. With Carson Wentz, and again, Logan Thomas being there for a full season, assuming he's healthy. They drafted that kid, Jahan Dotson. Their offense could be sneaky good this year, and I think it's going to provide options, which is going to open up the field. And McLaurin's going because up in like all last year and the year before, it was like Terry McLaurin was the only thing going on that team. Sure, the defenses would fucking focus on that.
I'm going to throw Gibson in there too, but yeah.
Well, Gibson kind of lost his job. It was Robinson was the kid that was supposed to be the number one, and only got fucking shot in that carjacking. Supposed to come back, soft tissue injuries.
And the crazy thing is, they're talking about playing Gibson at the punt return. I don't know where that
and kick returns. Yeah, I don't know, but I think Gibson, because of that incident, now gets a starting job back.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on J.D. McKissick either. McKissick is one of the best, most underrated pass catching backs in the league.
Fair enough.
That offense, there's going to be some options, and I think the biggest benefactor is going to be Terry McLaurin because opposing defenses aren't going to be able to focus on him the way they have in the past. So he's my number 14.
So my number 13, sir. Moving to where you were, my number 13 was Scary Terry. Believe it or not.
Okay, there you go. So we're kind of in the same ballpark. My 13 is Mike Williams, the Los Angeles/San Diego Chargers.
I think I've got him a bit higher, but I understand where you would come from. I guess Old Man Brady is playing Old Man Brady right now. Seems like he does not want anything to do with the preseason because he's making every excuse in the world as to not play. And, they're not making a big deal out of anything. He's earned it. But when he gets on the field, obviously that's his number one guy. So
Wait, what? What if?
But I mean, Tom Brady just.
Why are you talking about Tom Brady?
Well, that's his quarterback.
Mike Williams?
You said Mike, I heard Mike Evans. Sorry. I heard Mike Evans. Maybe if you enunciate when you talk.
No, wait, when I said the Los Angeles/San Diego Chargers, maybe you should start listening. Maybe you take that fried chicken on your.
Wow. We were actually talking about it tonight and our love for Popeyes. And my family's.
I'm going for Popeyes after this. There's nothing wrong with fried chicken.
You see what I'm saying? Make sure you get the biscuit. Make sure you get the rice and beans. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, first of all, don't waste your time with the biscuits or the beans. Just get your chicken.
Why is it all you eat at Popeyes is just chicken? There's other things there, B. There's other things there.
It doesn't matter.
And there's other parts of the chicken than just white
meat. You're
like
the guy that goes to the football game and watches the kickers. Like, it doesn't matter.
I also watch dialogue during porn, but that's another thing.
You got to put the closed captioning on. There's things that you miss. Just like, not so much at the beginning or the middle, but at the end. It's like.
By the way, what number are we at, sir?
I like it when the white girls say the N word. So I said, what? Mike Williams.
Enough.
No, again, just a little bookend on my Mike Williams pick. I don't have Keenan Allen in my top 20. I think this is the year that Keenan Allen.
You just took his name right out of my mouth. That's my
shout
name.
out to Big Brown, Mr. Gurinder Bular, who just acquired Keenan Allen in the Dynasty League.
In a trade for who?
Wah, 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 wah. Terrible decision, Gurinder. Terrible. Because Mike Williams is going to be the guy.
Keenan Allen's my next pick. I still think he's the man over Mike Williams. I still think he is.
This is why we've got the guru who lives in the past, and we've got the progressive, forward-thinking Sanchez, who these are the same people who brought you league rushing champion CMC Christian McCaffrey before it was popular.
Suivant next. Who's your next pick, sir?
Number 12, Mr. Michael Pittman. I don't think he's getting the kind of love that he should. This kid is legitimate superstar talent. I think Matt Ryan is going to fall in love with this man if he hasn't already. Draft him often, draft him early. Michael Pittman is going to be the real deal this year. He's my number 12.
Not sure about that. Are we at 11 or 10? We're at 10?
No, I'm at 12. I know that your list is missing. Like the fact that you're chewing on your pen. You have 18 people on your 20-man list. I know this. But it's okay. Daddy's here to pick up the pieces. I can just carry this. I can bring us across the finish line.
Why am I always ahead of you? Give me your next two.
I'm the one giving the names. Pittman's my 12, number 11, T. Higgins.
You like T. Higgins that much?
I love T. Higgins. I think he's just he gets overshadowed, I think, a little bit because of Jamar Chase, who's a little bit higher on my list. But I think he's gonna have a big year. I think Burrow's gonna have a big year. I think my tight end sleeper candidate, Hayden Hurst, is gonna have a big year.
Yeah.
I'm big on the Cincinnati Bengals. Who's your number 11?
My number,
Are you up to number 7 now?
My number 11 is T. Higgins.
Oh, nice.
So does that mean we're entering the top 10?
We are in the top 10. For me, now you're top 8. Number 10, A.J. Brown. The guy's gonna ball out this year. He's a WR1 all day long.
I don't see how you can't say he's not. I don't think how you can't say he's not. And he's my number 9, by the way, just so you know.
Okay, so who's your 10? Oh, here we go. Are you going back to the Bay?
Deebo Samuels. The quote unquote wide back.
Wide back, yes. I'm really happy that you put him in your top 10, sir.
I don't see how you can. You have to. Yeah, he has to be a top 10 receiver. Like he has to be.
Well, to me, he's a little bit higher, but you know what? You're getting there. The kid's learning.
You're a bad boy.
Okay, so that means your number 9 is Brown. My number 9 is Tyreek Hill. It's just Tyreek Hill and Waddle. I don't want to say they cancel each other out, but in a certain way they do. Just because from a fantasy perspective, it's like there's going to be games where Waddle pops off and Hill's a little bit quiet, and vice versa. And there's going to be games when they both go off. But if Waddle wasn't there, then you've got Tyreek with the Kansas City flavor. This is going to be a little bit different. And then you got to factor in Tua. There's a little bit of that mystery. Can he get him the ball the same way that Mahomes did? But you can't not say that Tyreek Hill's a top 10 guy.
No, you can't.
He's my number 9.
My number 8 is Brown. So we're right there, neck and neck.
Okay. My number 8 is Mike Evans. Mike Evans of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Don't over-enunciate like that. Keep going. Number 7, but I hear you.
Okay. Number 7, CeeDee Lamb. Number 6, we've got.
Sorry, let's stop. Excuse me. Take your time when you're talking.
No, we're moving on to number 6. Who's your number 7? You got number 7?
I did not hear that number. I did not hear the player under number 7. That was who?
I got Lamb Vindaloo.
Yeah, Lamb Vindaloo. He's my number 6, sir. So who's your number 6, sir?
Deebo Samuel.
Is it?
Yeah. So we're doing a little dance.
Here's where I like Tariq a bit more than you. So I got Tariq in my top 5. I don't see how you can't put him in a top 5. He's never done anything to not be a top 5 wide receiver any year he's played. So I got Tyreek Hill at number 5.
That means that one of my top 5 isn't even in your top. You missed somebody. This shows the difference.
I did not miss anybody.
Okay. All right, fine. Okay. My number 5 is Devontae Adams. Yours is Tyreek Hill. Devontae Adams, is he in your top 5?
Yes, he is.
Okay, good. So that's one. So you've only got 4 left.
So my number 4 is Stephon Diggs.
And that's my number 4, Stephon Diggs. Okay. And again, we don't need to get into the how and the why and the
well, we both know they're ballers.
These are all legitimate superstar receivers.
This
is just going to get good because there's someone in here that you've missed.
There is not. My number 3 is Jamar Chase.
So wait a minute. Who's your number 5?
My number
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill.
Okay. All right, good. All right. Number 4 was Diggs. Number 3 is Jamar Chase.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Number 3 is Jamar Chase for me as well. We're in the same thing here.
There's
2 left.
2 left.
Who's your number 2?
Devontae Adams.
Okay, number 1. Perfect. Mine's Cooper Kupp.
Here's why I knew you're going to do this. I do believe Devontae Adams is the number 1 receiver in football, but I cannot say it's not Cooper Kupp after the season that he had last year because it was groundbreaking. And I mean, we've never seen a season like that. We've never had a player have a season like that. So I had to give him number one because of last year. But if you really want to ask me on paper, I think without a shadow of a doubt, Davante Adams is the best receiver.
Okay, so you gave Kupp number one.
Yes.
And you gave Davante Adams number two.
Yes.
Where did you put Justin Jefferson?
Whew.
Oh, shit. Ladies and gentlemen, our show is now over. He's my number one receiver in fantasy.
He's right there at 7.
This numbskull didn't even put him in the top 20. You know what? This is why.
I crossed it out. He was right here.
We're done. Otis?
Here, I crossed it out.
I think it's been established that there's a new sheriff in town.
Wait a minute. Please tell me why you think Justin Jefferson is the number one receiver in football.
Please explain to me why he wasn't on your top 20. I think I have a more.
Well, he is. I crossed it. I didn't read it properly. I got him at 7. Sorry.
Okay, no, what do you mean you had him at 7? See, this is why your top 20 list is never 20. We went through it. I gave 20.
I scratched it out. I did a last minute scratch. I do those things. I give myself the option of being able to change my mind in a fight. You know why? Because when you lock yourself into one pattern of thinking, it shows that you're not flexible and you're not willing to learn or grow.
Oh man, are you running for office? Are you running? Are you like trying to get the? What's your riding?
I don't think it's about that. I think it's about.
Yeah, no, I think you're getting good at that.
It's about being
next thing you're gonna be like, go get your 19th booster because you gotta protect yourself. Like I don't understand. You know what?
I have no idea where you
done the tight ends. I did the tight ends. I gave you some real information. This guy gave you like 10 layups.
I'm gonna ask
wide receivers.
Why?
Like I said at the beginning,
Justin Jefferson is the number one receiver in football, sir.
Easily this year.
Over Cooper Kupp, over Davante Adams. Why?
Yeah. Because the kid is just Ryan. You know what? I'm not even going to tell you. I'll let Ryan Weeks will tell it because from the horse's mouth, I'll let my boy educate you as to why Justin Jefferson is the number one. Oh, close up. That's a close up of Daryl. Pull back away from the camera. We don't need to see your face that close.
I'm so happy it went off.
I don't understand why I need to justify it. I'm taking chances here. I put Brandon Ayuk in my top 20. I gave you 20 legitimate tight ends. Oh, there he is. And he's back. You're asking me why I need to justify him being number one. You didn't even have him on your top 20.
I did, but I forgot. All right, listen. Ladies and gentlemen, we've given you tight ends. We've given you running backs. We've given you wide receivers. We've given you quarterbacks. We've given you everything except me pull back a bit. Here. We've given you everything you need for your league to get you started for this season. I'm still in the same place. To get your season started and get ready for the new NFL season. There are no excuses now. Go out and draft properly. We are going to come back on Monday. If he's too chicken to come back on Monday, that's his business. I am coming back on Monday to give you my roster.
I think we should go live at some point, either before the draft tomorrow or during.
Well, we can't because I'm at work. But if it rains, if I do my rain dance and my rain dance works, we can totally do that. But I'm starting my rain dance tonight. Starting it this evening.
Okay.
Watch this shit.
I think we're moving forward. If this show even continues moving forward, we're done with these lists because some of us take it seriously. Like we did quarterbacks. You had 17 quarterbacks. We did wideouts, and you forgot Justin Jefferson. You have you can't even do more than 10 tight ends. Like I just.
You anywhere near done? Are you anywhere near done?
It's tough. It's tough. But we will bring you the updated list. Who do you think I'm taking first overall? By the way, I got the first pick.
I know for a fact that you better take Derrick Henry because you made noise about Derrick Henry being the number one running back in football this year. And you've made it a point over the last 5 years to tell everybody that watches this show that if you're drafting, to draft a running back first. So if it's not Derrick Henry, you lied to yourself you lied to me, and more importantly, you lied to the people, and they should never listen to another word you say. So when we come back on Monday, if Derrick Henry is not on this man's team, you know he's a liar. You know he's a liar. And we only have your mouth to prove.
Even if I'm a liar, I'm still more trustworthy than you because I can make a
Even if
list.
you're a liar, Trump.
Justin, you know what? And I hope.
Really?
Where are you picking? Are you picking 6 or 7?
I'm picking 6. I think 7, I think.
I hope you take Justin Jefferson. Hope you don't forget him tomorrow. That's the number 1 fantasy wide receiver.
I would say who I'd pick right now, but I know your boys are listening, and I'm not here to help them. I'm not here to help them.
Scared, eh? See, I'm willing to put my name in the street
drafting?
right away. First pick, Derrick Henry, done.
So you are picking Derrick Henry.
100%. Well, well, we'll see.
See, I'm going to hedge it. I'm going to hedge it in between now and
Honestly,
then.
what I'm trying to do, and there are some negotiations right now, I might trade the first pick. So,
Are we allowed to do that?
of course, I can do whatever I want. It's my pool.
Maybe we should talk.
It's the glory hole, baby. It's the glory hole. $49 glory hole.
We're back on Sunday, if not Monday for sure. I'm getting back to my family now. They're waiting for me in the living room. Take care of the little man. It is me, as always, your board certified fantasy football and all sports guru, right beside the possible liar on Sunday. His sidekick. We'll see you at the end of the weekend.
And if you're interested in that first pick, you give me a hit. Give me a hit on the back channel.
If weekend, and if my rain dance does not work, come check me out tomorrow night. Terrasse Bon Secours, Boozy Sunday, last Sunday of the year. It's going to be a memorable.
And if he does the rain dance, I apologize in advance to the people that live below him. It's not an earthquake. It's just
beautiful dance, my friend. It's a beautiful dance.
Boom, boom,
have
boom.
a good night with the little man, and I'll see you tomorrow or Monday, my friend.
Say goodbye, Odie. Say goodbye.
Bye, big man. Bye, baby.
All right, man.